So, my 350Z was totaled. And I really don't know how to feel about it. It's not my car anymore. So it's not really that much of a loss, but it really sucks seeing the first car you ever really cared about destroyed. But yeah, the guy that bought my 350Z crashed it twice. Dang it, Chris. I'm just kidding, it wasn't his fault. Well, probably, I don't know. I wasn't there. But yeah, the car was totaled recently, and it actually had been crashed before, like I just said right there, and apparently insurance wanted to total it that time, and he fixed it, but this time insurance was not gonna be as easy about it apparently, and so it's not getting fixed. And I'm sure a lot of what you guys are thinking is like, hey, dude, go buy it, make a project out of your first like fun car. And I've thought about it, but honestly, two things. I'm not really in the position right now to be able to buy that responsibly. I don't know how much they'd be asking for it, probably a couple thousand. I can't imagine it'd be that much more, but I'm not sure that that would really be a smart decision for me. And if I'm being honest, as much as I would love to have that car again, this kind of does exactly what that car did, but better, if I'm being honest. Yes, it's a little bit heavier, but it is way faster, and honestly, it doesn't feel as far behind as a lot of people claim handling wise. They're not exactly the same, but they're actually somewhat similar. Even the power delivery of the two is kind of similar. But yeah, I felt like making this video because unfortunately, not every car has a happy ending, and this is one of them, apparently. And you know, I don't know how to feel about it, because like I said, it's not my car anymore, so I don't feel like the immense heartbreak that I probably would have if it was my car, I owned it, and it got totaled. But at the same time, I put so much effort into that car, especially at the time for how young I was when I owned it and everything. It's like I put a big brake kit on it, and it taught me a lot of stuff. That was the first car that I really hands-on did much stuff myself with at all. But yeah, it's gone, and all we can hope is that my WRX does not follow the same fate with its new owner. I had this dream in my mind of one day buying back my 350Z, if ever the channel got successful enough for that to make sense, or I guess became successful enough for that to make sense, and doing the build that I would have loved to do with the car had I owned it when I was financially able to do those things. But I don't think that's gonna happen, and that's sad, but mostly it's just unfortunate when good cars go to waste. I don't know what the most recent owner, Chris, did with it, when exactly he drove it. I think it was his only car. I'm sure it was getting driven in the winter and whatnot, but up until when I owned it, that car barely had ever seen salt. It was from Texas. It had been in Texas for most of its life, and it was just clean as a whistle underneath. And yeah, it's a big loss. Realistically, all I can say, Chris, I don't think you're watching this, but if you are, thanks for taking care of the car while you owned it. Sucks that this happened, but here we are. It's like 1 in the morning right now as I'm filming this. It's 1:09 in case you're wondering, and I just felt the need to make this video incredibly unscripted so that we could talk about the depressing news. Also, related note, I took that shot of this whiskey down just hard, and it was a little more than a shot realistically, and I was fully committed to that act, but that was slightly rough.
Oh gosh. That was a big shot. Woo! I wasn't ready for that.
So, well, RIP 350Z. It's been a great year so far for cars. I have this now, and that's really cool. But on other ends of the car spectrum for me, at the beginning of the year, my first car that I ever really loved is destroyed, and one of the absolute heroes of the car industry, Ken Block, died. So that's an awesome start for the year. And, you know, I'm not gonna act like those are at all the same gravity whatsoever. Condolences go out to Ken Block's family. I talked about this at the end of the video where I guess revealed the Mustang, but not the most promising beginning to a year for car things. And I guess all we can hope is that it improves from here. It would be hard for it to go downhill much more unless this car also gets totaled out of the blue, but I'm gonna try to not make that happen. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys later.